First, allow me to say I'm honored to be here today, and would like to give special thanks to Amit Bahensky in cooperation with Variant. Amit Bahensky is the Vice President of Variant in charge of open source web intelligence, and of course to Maytal and all of the staff here for their assistance and support. My focus is on penetrating online established communities to promote websites, products, and services. You can, if you're able to penetrate an online established community, you can theoretically, there's a lot of different uses that you could, things that you can do. Today's demonstration will focus specifically on social networks and how they can be used to influence user activity. Potentially to manipulate trends online. What you see on the screen is a brand new YouTube account 2 days ago. And as you can see, there's already over 1 million upload views. And basically, of course, YouTube is extremely important, specifically because people can actually view your message. So the second thing that I've got here on the screen, I'm going to be showing you a couple of different, and I'll basically explain them. This is a special piece of software, and it's called the SharePro Twitter bot. And what it's able to do with 3 brand new Twitter accounts that don't have any previous friends or followers, I was able to generate over 1,000 unique visitors in under 10 minutes. And well, let me go to the next screen. Oops. This is my personal Twitter account. I have over 100,000 followers. And just going back for a second, what's really special about this bot is it doesn't use friends or followers to generate the traffic, but it still can generate traffic, real traffic in real time, based on keywords and on targeting geolocations. And I'll explain to you guys real fast how this all works. You see, I couldn't understand Twitter for the heart of me, the vacancy in people's lives, why they need to say that they went out to dinner with their girlfriend or played with their kids. And the friends and the follower relationship. But then I realized that what's really special about Twitter is the fact that everything is about trends. And so what I did was I created a little piece of software that what it does is it takes the trends and it takes your message and it basically puts your message inside of the trend hashtags. So in other words, if you'd have 2 trend hashtags, your message and a trend hashtag at the end, your message would be in the most popular places on Twitter.com. And for that reason, of course, Twitter gets over 200 million tweets a day. That's a lot of activity. And of course, unlike conventional SEO, whereas everybody's competing for rankings on Google, MSN, and Yahoo, in Twitter, when you make a message, let's say you talk about iPhone, your message will be shuffled to the top of the search engine. Now, this specific piece of software can handle even 10,000 accounts at the same time. So theoretically, I could be posting one message with one account and using 10,000 other accounts to click on favorites or retweet the message, etc. Basically trend my topic and then basically dominate the trends. So that basically, I mean, there's a lot more to this Twitter bot, and again, there's a 10-minute video on YouTube on this specific channel, youtube.com SEO conference, where you can actually watch this, how this works. Okay, and this is again another YouTube example where I deal with reputational management. Imagine somebody writes something negative about you on some forum or some blog, and it propagates its way to Google. A lot of websites, products, services, even personal people or tier 1 companies can't afford to have negative information written about their name or their product. In this specific example, I took a murderer, a guy that was basically had been arrested for taking a machete and murdering his roommate, and he maimed his other roommate. Really horrific story. And in a simple step-by-step video, I demonstrate the before and the after effects of of this specific service, where again, in this specific case, I wanted to actually demonstrate that it was a case study where I really don't know the name that I'm going to be fixed. So the way I did this was I went to Google and I typed in District Attorney's Office and found the first person that had been arrested, and his name was Carlos Arias Donis. And basically within the video, I stopped the video and I said, let me get to work. And within about 10 hours, I was able to replace the top 10 results on Google relative to this person's name. Now, in the before part of the video, you had websites like the LA Times and all Tier 1 media covering this story. 15 hours later, I had totally buried it, didn't exist. And so that's another short 10-minute video that will demonstrate to you how I can manipulate everything that you see on Google. Okay, this is Facebook, and once again, I just opened up a Facebook profile, and of course, there's the fan page. And within, I don't know, maybe about 45 minutes, I have 15,000 fans. This is how easy it is to penetrate these online established communities. There's a variety of different methods for driving fans. But the importance of fans, well, every website today to demonstrate online social integrity, everybody has a Facebook and a Twitter button. And when somebody comes to your website and they see that you only have, for example, 100 or 300 people that are following you on Twitter or liking you on Facebook, then you're sort of insignificant, because people like me can have 3 million people following me. And basically, there's a lot of different, again, usages for these type of methods. Of course, I use it for marketing, for promoting websites, products, and services, but you can imagine how many other usages, potentially illegal or manipulative methods that could be used with this. Why penetrating online established communities is specifically successful for marketing. And you can, these social communities, whether you're talking about Facebook, MySpace, or even places like ICQ, you can target users by age, location, and interests. Of course, they're great for promoting websites, products, and services, or pushing social or political agendas. You've got a potential reaction in real time. And of course, automated software versus manual labor. In other words, if you were to run 1,000 Twitter accounts, it would probably take, with manual labor, it would probably, to register for those accounts and to validate registration and to publish, etc., it'd probably take you about 6 months. What otherwise could take about, with a couple of good servers, could take me about 2 hours. And then popular social profiles offer online integrity, and that's a higher potential for conversion of traffic to sales. Once again, when you have a website that has a Twitter following and people show up and they see that you have 100,000 people following you, then they don't mind pulling out their credit cards and buying from you, as opposed to having 15, 20 people following you. Social dangers. Java drive-bys. You ever go to a website and it prompts you with a certificate for to run Java? Well, they're very easy to manipulate and or to forge. And what happens is, often enough, you go to visit a website, And when you allow the Java, you click on the fake certificate, what's actually happening is that the website is basically hacking you. It's grabbing your browser cache. So all of your FTP, all of your FTP accounts, your email perhaps, everything that all of your passwords and so forth is all, it will all be sent over to the hacker. In most cases, it's uploaded to a third-party website, totally remote controlled. And that's what we call a Java drive-by. Very simple way of getting hacked. Another way is clickjacking. And here's a proprietary system that you ever go to a website and it's specially scripted so that when you arrive at the website, you automatically like somebody on Facebook or subscribe to their YouTube account? Well, there are proprietary systems that dynamically generate unique JavaScript code that will allow you to script your website. And thus, anybody who visits your website, as you can see on the screen, there are a variety of different social platforms that you can basically convert your web traffic to some type of social integrity. Okay. I did mention I want to give you an example, a live example today of a couple of YouTube. And I mentioned a brand new YouTube account that I had opened up a couple of days ago and that already had 1 million views. This is the most viewed in all categories today, the international edition of this. And I appear in 5 places on this page. I appear here. In this specific video, I announced that I was going to come here and speak, and it already has over 700,000 views. Now, I had to stop the comments because some of them were extremely anti-Semitic, I guess because I mentioned Israel. But basically, this is the channel and this is the video. And as you can see down below here, it was uploaded just 2 days ago, and it already has 724,000 views. Here's 1. You can see me 2, 3. This Twitter bot, that's also me. And this reputational management, that's also me. So there's 5 videos up there. I theoretically could have controlled all of YouTube. And this is just an example of how powerful, as a web marketer, in the industry of web marketing, that we can basically manipulate what a user would see. And basically, my presentation is just to open all of your eyes to see what's happening, because you know, you hear a lot of people, or specifically the one of the presentations discussed all this information on the internet that's flowing, and being able to take in that information and process it. But what happens when a guy like me comes in and takes a murderer and totally manipulates the guy into somebody you wouldn't even mind being your next door neighbor? Once again, just going back real fast. Oops. I don't know if you can see inside of this video. Well, here. You'll notice that if you look at the original video, you'll see that this guy had, Carlos Arias Donis, he had appeared as a murderer. And today, entrepreneurial Carlos Arias Donis provides £745,000. A CFO, I made a bunch of different titles and saturated Google, MSN, and Yahoo, or hundreds of thousands of forums, blogs, and message boards. And the way that I did this was very simply by using automated software that is able to, first and foremost, target relative communities. For example, I can give it a bunch of different keywords. So for example, if I want to target specific communities, let's say diet food, or let's say the health industry. I could extract from Google, MSN, and Yahoo all of the forums, blogs, message boards, etc., that are relative to these specific communities. And then I can basically run the software to register, authenticate registration if there's a CAPTCHA or even a reCAPTCHA, which is the alphanumeric little picture. The software will decipher that in real time and post. And you probably think that it would take a lot of computer resources to do this. It really only takes a simple computer. And with a regular computer with fairly good bandwidth, I can publish on around 300,000 forums, blogs, and message boards within 24 hours. So imagine what I can do with 10 computers, or a good computer that's converted into with VMware. So this is an extremely powerful method for dominating the internet, and what consumer or what the visitor of the website, or when they look at it, it's a very easy method to manipulating people. But again, it can also be used for marketing and a lot of other positive things. Basically, I went a little faster than I had expected, but I guess at this point I'm open to take any questions that people would have. Thank you. Anybody? Sure.
Are you talking about bots in all cases? For example, YouTube views. You're creating phony accounts that will actually view the content?
Well, let me give you an example.
Thank you.
Yesterday, I made a first tweet here, and when I made that tweet, of course, I have over 100,000 followers. As you can see down from here, this is Twitter, etc. No, the majority of traffic that I actually generate is real traffic, but I do have the ability to generate traffic as well from bots. Of course, since I'm marketing to promote websites, products, and services, I'm more interested in real traffic in real time. I'll give you an example of basically how Twitter. See, when I was a kid, there was a place for relationships. It was called Outside. And today, relationships are created and maintained online. What I did was I built a system that could actually target visitors based on specific conversations. So for example, let's say that you're a diamond seller, and you want to create accounts that are directly relative to your niche of diamonds. Well, I can crawl Twitter, find everybody who's talking about your specific niche, and then have accounts, not just one, hundreds of accounts, make friends with all of these different people that are talking about your specific niche. And again, I can run one account that will, that will spark a conversation, and 10,000 other accounts to actually follow up on those conversations. So again, I'm sorry? Oh, I thought I heard something. Yeah, that's feedback. But for me specifically, I'm more interested in real traffic. Another thing that I should note is that there's real-time responses. One of the newer things that I just developed was a system that when people talk about specific keywords, for example, diet food. Well, imagine this. Anybody who talks about diet food, my system will find that conversation on Twitter and will immediately respond to them in a very personal way on Twitter. So for example, if let's say that I generically put, let's say I choose certain keywords like diet food and health food. Anybody who speaks about diet food or health food, basically what my system will do will it will find those conversations, and it will respond to them in real time by saying, hey, Michael 2550, the best diet food is at mysite.com. So in other words, very targeted responses. Any additional questions? Thank you very much.